Good day, everyone. I hope this video finds you well. I wanted to chat about something real quick, kind of like a play on words. I'm in a mom's group on Facebook, and if you ever been in a mom's group, it's a very, women in a group can be very hostile to each other, real snobby and snotty. I don't know why that is, but it just is. And a lot of the women really love their pediatricians. They love that system. Hold on a second. Let me make sure. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. And so yeah, they love the healthcare system. They love their pediatricians. They love the mainstream allopathic health cult. And what had me curious was that, observing a lot of the posts that go through the group, you see that, many people's children have health issues, eczema, and one common thing that I've been seeing is sleep issues. I understand a baby having sleep issues because, that's how it is with babies. They have to sleep train or just get used to sleeping through the night when they're ready, when they're capable to do that. But like sleep issues in toddlers, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, bigger kids that probably should be having a good, chunk of hours of sleep. Sleep is so important. I swear, it's like one of the most important things in life is getting good deep sleep. And if a child is waking up every couple of hours, that's a problem. I see that as a major problem. And from my adult experience, I don't know if it's exactly the same for children, but when I develop or have sleep issues, it's a signal to me that I'm doing something wrong, that something in my daily life is messing up my hormones or some type of function in my body that is not allowing me to get a deep sleep for a specific amount of hours. So that's a common issue that I see being in that group. And I try to share about vaccinations, of course. And now it's easier because I'm not as attached. Like early on in the game, I used to get, it really gets you emotionally charged when you share about these things and you get attacked and frowny faces, but now it doesn't really bother me that much. And I can share freely until they decide to kick me out of the group, So I was thinking, why are these women so attached to their doctors? Why are they sometimes seemingly so detached from what's going on with their kids, and to make the connection between what they're doing and their kids' health issues? I guess it's the idea also that health issues just come out of nowhere and they have no rhyme or reason, and they're just genetic and that's just the way it is. Probably that is a big part of it too, but that mentality comes from the allopathic health cult, I believe. So I was meditating about it as I was showering, just praying and asking God, like, what is it? What is going on that people can't see this? And what I got was that a mediator, the use of a mediator, the heavy reliance upon a mediator between you and something else, you and your child, messes with the intuitiveness from that parent to the child. So maybe I could say mediation interrupts intuition. Too much mediation, a heavy reliance upon the mediation. It's like the mom and the child, but the doctor is the mediator between the mother and the child's health. We can do this with God as well. When people start to have issues and problems in their lives, sometimes they don't just sit down and meditate. Notice how meditate, mediate, M-E-D, they kind of start with the same few letters. They don't sit and meditate with themselves for a while and with God, but they search for a mediator, a priest or a pastor or someone who's better than them, who they think is better than them, who can pray for them, get answers for them. They want to use someone else's intuitive ability instead of tapping into their own intuitive ability and becoming one with the situation and feeling it out, sensing what is going on here. So heavy reliance on that mediator kind of removes the reliance on the intuition and the meditation within your own self. So maybe that's partly what's going on with these women and their children, just being a bit disconnected because they're not forcing themselves to think. But I mean, I guess that's why they reach out to other moms as well. Again, another mediation, right? Reaching out, posting for moms groups. And a lot of times these women post stuff in these groups because they know that the feedback is going to be what they want to hear. I see a lot of whining in the groups about certain things too. Why do these women post these things in these groups? Because they know that other women are going to give them the feedback that they desire, that they're probably not going to be criticized for their ways or being told that they're wrong. So they're looking, I guess, for comfort in their same ideology to continue on in their, in this type of path that they're doing or what they're on. And so, yeah, instead of just sitting with themselves, having that direct intuition connection between them and God to come and find an answer of what's going on. What else did I want to say? Running to a mediator to do the internal work for you that you don't think that you're capable of doing yourself, with yourself and God. I wrote down that meditation is mediating for oneself. And when I say meditation, I'm truly not referring to like new age stuff. I mean, I'm talking about sitting there with yourself, praying to God, just sitting in silence and going deep down and listening to what's going on and seeing with your inner man, with your spirit, what's taking place here. That my conclusion is that maybe possibly some mothers cannot see what's going on with their children because of extreme reliance on mediators, and that extreme reliance blocks their own intuitive thinking. And then also another play on words, mediators, media, like the mediator. The media is like a mediator between us and the world, or at least they try to be. People can rely on the media to mediate, right? Mediate what's going on out there, and you communicate that to me instead of going out and researching and finding out what's going on out there. I mean, either way, we're going to... I'm not saying that needing somebody or consulting with a doctor or consulting with other people is wrong. That's not what I'm saying. Because, there is that aspect of community and sharing ideas with others and going back and forth and gaining wisdom. But there's a difference between just completely relying on a mediator. Usually when people, for instance, when you go to a prayer group, people they call it being prayed up. They for you need to already have your meditative relationship with God so you can bring something to the table. And in order to connect and pray with others. You know what I'm saying? You don't just want to be that person that takes and just relies on somebody else to mediate situations for you. I guess it's just about putting some extra thought into it, not just going directly to the doctor for answers and only using that, but kind of searching within yourself to find out what route am I going to take, or who am I going to consult with in regards to this. So I think that if you're listening, you probably kind of understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you don't need other people, or you can't consult with other people. There's a difference. These women might be relying heavily, using their doctor as a mediator between themselves and their children, instead of going in deep and saying, what's going on here? What is the core problem going on with my child? Why are they having these expressions? And what I comment sometimes is that, these issues might be common in children, but that does not mean that it's normal. It does not mean that it's acceptable. And they get on these groups because they know that most of the moms are going to make it seem like all these things are acceptable. And if you come across and you don't make it seem like it's acceptable, they're going to get really mad at you, because you're not telling them what they want to hear, what's common. So anyways, I just wanted to share those thoughts. Everyone have a great day.